This one looks a bit lonely.
All right. Go on.
I'm going to be sick.
Hello and welcome to the brand new podcast, Felyx Fox on the Rocks. We are going to discuss some classic drunk debates / questions. We've got a big bowl of questions here that we sort of...
We should point out at this point, we are also kind of drunk.
That's the whole point of this podcast. It's Felyx Fox on the Rocks. We have ice.
That's the rocks.
That's the rocks, yeah. We're drinking this...
Gin.
Blue gin.
Purple.
Also, what's it called?
Empress.
That really impresses me. So yeah, we've got a bowl of sort of like classic, or maybe non-classic, maybe weird,
Controversial.
weird, controversial sort of drunk topics. We're going to read them. We're going to discuss them. We're going to see if it sparks up some hilarious drunk debate for you to be entertained on. Okay, should we start off by engaging the rocks?
I think we need rocks.
Okay, here we go. Just ignore the fact that they're in a really shitty plastic cup.
Thank you. I don't want to order.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go.
I'll crack open the gin.
Yeah. Cool. Ooh, that's a really sort of ASMR noise. I love that.
Oh my god, look how fucking cool it looks.
Oh my god. I think that's blue. Why is it purple in the bottle but blue here? Anyway, I'm going to have mine with some Mediterranean tonic. Hello, we shouldn't have got this.
Whoa, when? When?
It changes colour when you add tonic.
I'm supposed to say when. You're supposed to say when you've had enough.
Cheers. Here's to the rocks.
Here's to the first ever Felyx Fox Foxcast.
On the rocks.
Rocks. Oh. Just tastes of lemonade.
It's not got lemonade in it, so that's a bit weird. Sounds a bit strange, I have to say.
Okay, so
shall we start by taking some sort of thing and reading it?
I think that's the only way.
Do you want to start or shall I start?
Rock, paper, scissors?
All right.
To decide what? Who starts or who chooses who starts?
Who starts? Whoever wins takes the first piece of paper.
Okay. Okay, so do we do a 1, 2, 3 show or a 1, 2 show?
Well, let's do 3 show.
I feel like I've given away that I'm going to go to this.
All right, let's do 1, 2, 3 show.
1, 2, 3 show.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 show. Oh,
you win. Okay, you pick the first subject for drunken debate. Oh, you're going right deep down in there.
I don't want to just pick one of the top ones. Is a Jaffa cake a biscuit?
It's a good question. Is a Jaffa cake a biscuit?
Thank you, George.
I mean, like, it's in the shape of a biscuit. I think this is quite a, like, not worldwide, like a nationwide debate. And I think it's, because it's got the texture
of a cake.
But but it's in the shape of a biscuit. So I think it's just a biscuit-shaped cake. So no is the answer, in my opinion.
I would probably argue that it's a cake. It's a biscuit. It's a cake. No, it's definitely a biscuit.
Yeah? I suppose you'd buy it, like, if someone was like, I bought, like, loads of custard creams, and then, like, in the next weekly shop, they're like, oh, I bought Jaffa cakes instead. They wouldn't question it. So in that sense, maybe it's a biscuit.
Do you know what, though? The more I think about it, I think if you went to somebody's house and was like, should we have some biscuits?
I'd never do that, but okay.
I mean, if like they brought out the biscuit tin and there was like custard creams, bourbons, and Jaffa cakes in it, I think I'd question it.
Really? You'd question it?
Or in a biscuit tin. Do you put Jaffa cakes in a biscuit tin?
I think I have before, yeah.
I don't think I would.
At the same time, you could switch it the other way. If I went to someone's house and said, I'd like some cake, and they gave me a Jaffa cake, I would not be happy. If someone invited me around for their birthday, like, we've got some birthday cake here, right? It's a Jaffa cake with a candle in it. I'd be like, well, Jaffa cake's a biscuit.
I don't think we're asking whether Jaffa cake is a birthday cake or not. I think
it probably is a cake. I mean, it's called a Jaffa cake. Why would they call it that?
Because Jaffa biscuit doesn't have the same ring.
But it is sponge. It is. I mean, that's the integral part of this question.
But it looks a bit like a digestive.
Yeah, a chocolate covered digestive anyway. With a like weird little lump.
Oh, what? Because chocolate covered digestives aren't a thing.
Well, all right, you get my idea. What's the answer then? Have we got a conclusion?
I think my conclusion is I don't think it's a cake. I can't see how it's a cake. For me, it's a biscuit.
Okay, for me, I'd stick with what I said originally, even though I've just completely argued against myself, and say it is a cake.
I hate you.
Go for this one. What? This is one of yours. Was the dress blue and black or white and gold? I don't know if you guys remember
I'm pretty sure you remember.
You definitely remember it.
Nobody doesn't.
If you have access to the internet, then you'll remember. There was that picture of a dress where the lighting made it weird, and some people thought that it was blue and black, and some people thought it was white and gold.
I think the only way to do this is to do like a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and we both just say.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, white and gold. I 100% saw white and gold. It was white with gold like trim.
Are you kidding me? It was definitely blue with black trim.
Like, to be fair, there was another photo that the woman posted because of the big debate, and it was blue and black, but I 100% see white and gold in that photo, that particular photo. I did read about it because I wanted to know why people see differently, and it was something to do with different people's retinas picking up different, their brains filling in the gaps.
I always have this question internally, whether like people with blue eyes see different to people with brown eyes, for example, in terms of like colours and things.
What's funny...
But what colour are your eyes? Blue. You said they're blue, right?
Yeah, blue.
Mine are also blue, so...
Yeah. But at the same time, one of the questions that I nearly wrote in the bowl, which I didn't in the end, was that do different people see colours differently? So like, is your red actually my blue?
I don't think we can ever come to a conclusive answer.
No, because you can't see through anyone else's eyes. But yeah, white and gold, that dress.
It's blue and black. So we can agree that it was blue and black, right?
We can agree to disagree. We can agree that different people saw different things.
No. I don't believe that's the thing. How many fingers am I holding up?
3.
How funny, I also see 3.
Yeah, but it's not the same as that. It's to do with contrast and to do with brain perceiving things differently. Yeah, I suppose it is weird.
It is, where do you store ketchup?
That's a good question. And I don't know about personally, because I don't live on my own yet. But but we at home, we store ketchup in the fridge.
Okay. Personally, I store ketchup in the bin.
Do you not like ketchup?
I see no reason for it. So I have a friend called Ian. If you're watching, Ian, hi, how are you?
Your dad?
No.
Oh.
Different Ian. And he's come to my house a couple of times and complained that we have no sauce. A bit like you. You complain that I have no sauce.
I do like sauce.
Sometimes we go to
particularly hot
the
sauce.
fish and chip shop, and he complains that I have no like ketchup and stuff. So I went out and bought some ketchup for him. Incidentally, I do store it in the fridge. Okay. Mainly because I feel like that is the only way I've ever known people store ketchup.
No. I do know people that keep ketchup in the cupboard. I should say, I work in a pub, and we keep the ketchup in the fridge. And that's like... in a way, that's sort of like the professional way to keep ketchup. So maybe that's like a pointer towards keeping it in the fridge is the right thing to do.
I
think ketchup can stay out of the fridge and still stay okay.
I get
it's
your
just
point.
like a low risk
Preference.
strategy
But
putting in the fridge.
Can I also point out, this is kind of going against myself here, even though we both agreed that fridge is probably right. I'm not the sauciest of persons in that...
in more ways than one.
In that I don't really like sauces. And let me explain to you the reason that I don't like sauces. I don't really think it's trustworthy for something to be colder than the thing that you're eating.
So you don't like cold custard on like a hot mince pie?
No.
Really?
And I don't really put like cream with like chocolate cake either. But I'm not...
This is a whole other debate.
Yeah, it is because partly I do have like ice cream with like hot chocolate fudge
like
cake
ice cream and hot chocolate pudding.
Okay, but I'm talking about savoury things.
Okay.
So like if I had something hot and then I dipped it in a really cold sauce, i.e. a ketchup that had been in the fridge, I think my mouth wouldn't know how to process it.
Okay. But at the same time, but like mustard and like horseradish, you just put a tiny, tiny bit on.
I don't like either of those.
They are quite strong, but like a bit of beef and a tiny little bit of horseradish, amazing.
I'm going to say
my
fridge.
My conclusion is unopened ketchup cupboard, opened ketchup fridge.
Bullshit.
Why eyes are bullshit?
As about. What is it?
Well, because you know it says like once opened, consume within.
Within the fridge.
Consume within the fridge. You have to spoon it out of the fridge. You don't have to take it out of the fridge past that point.
Okay, well, fridge.
Yeah, fridge. I'll say fridge. Were Ross and Rachel on a break? That's a good question, because it sort of determines your ideologies behind relationships, perhaps.
Quickly, for anybody who hasn't seen Friends, just give us a rundown.
Who hasn't seen Friends?
Okay, maybe not that particular span. Give us a little rundown, George, of the situation.
Rachel said they were on a break, and so Ross thought they'd broken up, so went and slept with someone else. Then Rachel was like, actually, I want to get back together. And she found out that Ross cheated, and
Can I just
was
say,
like,
can I stop
what
you
the fuck's
there?
going on? And he was like, but we were on a break.
From your description there, 100% they were on a break.
Okay. So maybe that's my opinion then.
What do you think? It's a difficult one.
It's
It's
a
one of
really
those things
difficult
that,
one.
like,
It was
if you
well-
listen to somebody from each side enough,
Yeah.
you could definitely, like,
Argue
side
either way.
Either way.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like the writers had done very well to make it could go either way. You could be on either side.
I don't think there is a right and a wrong answer.
No.
I guess the only way we can break it down is by, like,
Going from each perspective.
if you were in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, for all Ross knew, they had broken up.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. So when they got back together, it was a surprise for him.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Shit.
At the same time, if there was any inkling in his mind that they might get back together, he shouldn't have done that.
But does he have reason to believe that there is any reason they're going to get back together?
You could look at it from either perspective and think, you can see both ends of the argument.
Hence what makes it such a great debate.
Yeah, and what's funny is that it's completely fictional. That's what's so funny about this. Like,
I don't think that is what's
totally talk about it. But you totally talk about it as though it's a real thing that happened.
Yeah. Like, people are very, very emotionally attached to Friends. Like,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
almost like, I think because we've invested so much of our time in it that, like, they are almost our friends.
That's the title.
Fuck. My conclusion is, we'll never know. I think
I can see it from both perspectives.
the more I think about it, I thought when I put it in there that I didn't really know the answer. But the more I think about it, like, how can you argue Rachel's side, really?
Yeah.
She called him and was like, I think we need...
Time apart. Yeah. I think I'm sort of erring? Is that a word?
Airing. I think it's
on
airing.
the side of Ross, I think.
I think I'm probably siding on this side of Ross.
I wonder whether if we had a female here,
They would
whether
be like,
she'd be on the Rachel side. So
No, let's do it now.
now.
Loudspeaker it.
All right. Let's do it. That's an interesting experiment.
What's this? What the fuck are you doing? FaceTime audio?
Yeah, mate. This is going to be chaos if they both answer at the same time.
Neither of them has.
Oh, hello. We're just halfway through a podcast,
Welcome to the
and Chloe hasn't picked up. Okay, you ready for this? What's the question again? Like, who was right in that whole Ross and Rachel thing?
They were on a break,
Okay, right.
but
Yeah.
Ross was a dick
Oh.
to get with somebody like within hours of them going on a break.
Okay, that's
So
interesting.
Technically, they were on a break,
Yeah.
but he was the one that was a dick.
Okay, so you sort of agree and disagree with us at the same time. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I guess so.
Thank you very much
No worries.
for your input.
Yeah, and you can tag my social media below.
I love you.
Love you.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
So
Interesting.
they were on a break, so Ross was well within his rights to move on,
Yeah,
but he was a dick for moving on.
basically.
That clears it up.
Gonna get
I'm going
past
to
this.
say, wait, were Ross and Rachel
on a break. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they were on a break. Delve. How many of these are we doing? What movie would be greatly improved if it was a musical?
I like that.
Glad somebody does. Star Wars?
I was going to say Star Wars, actually. Genuinely. Imagine if Star Wars was a musical.
If Darth Vader was like,
I am your father. Some say we father around. Nope. Imagine if there was a song for every dramatic reveal in Star Wars. Be fantastic.
yeah, Star Wars would probably be up there.
Yeah. Maybe Back to the Future. Well,
This is a hard one. This requires probably some kind of deep thought. How about if, like,
about a boy.
Yeah, all right.
Love Actually. Something quite romantic would be good as a musical.
I would probably argue that. Okay.
Because like you're not going to make horror films a
Yeah.
musical, realistically.
I'm going to slightly move into another debate, if that's okay.
That's fine with me.
I would argue that sometimes things aren't perfect, but they are perfect at what they're trying to do.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't make them perfect,
No.
but they've absolutely nailed what they were going for.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, Love Actually is not a perfect film. It's not like
No.
an absolute 100 out of 100 film.
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes.
But for what it was trying to do, I don't think it needs
Changing
any
in any way.
adjustment.
No. I
It
don't
was
think that
perfect.
question is saying ruin a film by making a musical. It's saying if there was a spin-off of that film that was the exact same film but a musical, which would be most entertaining?
Okay. Probably Full Monty.
Talladega Nights.
Anchorman. Any Will Ferrell film.
So we can agree on any Will Ferrell film, basically.
I'm going to say any Will Ferrell film.
Wait, what is this? Some sort of like buzzing?
I'm imagining Would I Lie to You?
Oh, yeah.
That is a lie. I
Nice.
thought you were going to say truth.
Interesting.
Are you picking?
Yeah. This is one of mine. How do you arrest a one-armed man in terms of handcuffs?
Specifically in terms of handcuffs.
Yeah, because you can't handcuff his arms together. So how do you like restrain him and put him in the back of the
Yeah.
thing?
I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
I fully see what you're saying. I would assume maybe his hand, his singular hand,
Yeah.
to your duo hand
You handcuff yourself
to him.
to him. Yeah.
Well, you can't escape. Or a radiator.
I suppose. Yeah, but it does
Or a
not give him the
lamppost.
opportunity to then hurt you.
Any mobile. No. Immobile.
Yeah, but you got to get
Object.
like, you know that classic scene when someone's arrests someone and they like put their arms behind them back
Let's demonstrate.
handcuff-
Sort of like this.
and then sort of like put them in the back of the van.
Back of the van.
You sort of whap him in the back of a like riot van. How do you do that with a one-armed dude?
Maybe you do like one arm to one ankle.
Like so they're hopping into the back of the van. So not only are they one-armed, but they're also one-legged now.
Balances out.
Yeah. Okay. You're a one-armed man now.
Shit. I think the correct answer, in my opinion, is either you handcuff his one arm to one of your two arms, or you handcuff his one arm to his one leg.
Or do you just
Don't handcuff him.
brute force him into the back of the police
Just
car?
beat the shit
and
out of him.
and then handcuff his one arm to like the little
A bar.
holdy thing that you get in cars, the little handle.
Or
Oh god, there's more.
do you handcuff his ankle to the hand-holdy thing?
Wow, that seems uncomfortable.
You do the crime, you got to do the time.
Time, yeah.
So
Right,
my answer
move
is
on.
you do the crime, you got to do the time, ankle to the ceiling.
Doesn't answer the question, but okay.
What was the question?
How do you arrest a one-armed man?
With great difficulty. It's reaching out to me. Oh god. Should men have nipples?
It was going to be why do men have nipples, but I feel like science has answered that already. So
Has
the
it?
question is, do we need them?
Has it?
Well, yeah, because when we're first in an embryonic stage, we develop as females, and then once the chromosomes kick in, I could be completely wrong. Once the chromosomes kick in, we then change to male. So we
You
sort of-
suck.
that could be completely wrong. Something like that. So we have like the leftover of tits, basically. That's why we
The
have
question
nipples.
is, should
the question
we?
is, should we? Do we need them?
Aesthetically, yes.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Is that not just because we're used to it, though?
Yeah.
So what's your argument then?
I think you need to reword the question is, should men have nipples from 800 BC or whenever we were born? Or should
What?
men, from this point forward,
You
should...
were born in 800
I
BC.
personally no, but mankind.
Mankind, that was approximately like 10,000 years BC.
I don't understand whether the question is, historically, should men have had nipples? Or if we could choose from this point
From
forward.
this point forward.
They're a little
Okay,
bit pointless.
From this point forward, I understand that aesthetically we sort of need them because it's part of our culture now. They're in all the cherub paintings and things. We sort of need them to stick around, otherwise it looks weird. I'm sort of saying, did we ever need them?
I like
I mean,
my nipples.
if you touch them and sort of give them a little, then they. Have you ever had a woman lick your nipple? Yeah, so I get some erect. So maybe they're there just as like a little tiny bit of extra sexual pleasure. Yes. Men should have nipples.
I think this is the last one.
This is the last one for now. We'll do another episode in maybe a month's time.
This one looks a bit lonely.
All right. Go on.
I'm gonna be sick. If I ate myself, would I become twice as big, or would I disappear completely?
It's a good one to finish on. What's pretty funny about that one is that I'm pretty sure the answer is neither. You just stay the same, surely.
How would you stay the same if you ate yourself?
Because if you ate like a chunk out of your arm, that chunk of your arm would like go into nutrients in your body and then like regrow stuff.
No, I don't think if I chopped off your head, you'd grow another head.
No. So if you ate a chunk out of your arm, that chunk would go into your digestive system and be absorbed, and like you'd like use those nutrients to like grow.
Well, the point you're missing is. Wait, what was your point?
You just stay the same.
You wouldn't stay the same because you wouldn't have an arm.
Okay, no, but your mass would stay the same.
You might just get a bit fatter, like you would
Yeah.
if you ate any other food.
Yeah. Okay, if you ate all of yourself in one sitting. But also, how would you eat all of yourself? Because once you've gone to everything apart from the head, even if hypothetically you were still alive, how would you then eat your head? Because there's no wood in it.
I guess you'd have to like carve bits off.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I think you'd die long before you finished eating yourself.
I think whoever put this question in the bowl is...
An idiot.
I don't even want to answer this, but I think my answer is you would...
You would just die before you finished.
But if you didn't die, you would disappear completely.
Okay. I agree. Go for this one. Final question of today's podcast. Why does an alarm go off when it's actually turning on? Why is it called going off?
Because it's... You know, like... I've got it. I actually know it. I know the answer.
Okay, go.
So imagine if somebody's like extremely passionate about something. In this
Go
case...
off on one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In this case, your alarm is extremely passionate about waking you up.
But you're not really answering the question. All you're doing is giving another example where the same thing applies. The
What's the
question is,
question?
why does it say going off when it's actually turning on?
Because sometimes,
So a fire alarm goes off. as
yeah,
well.
fireworks go off.
But they're not turning on really. I don't know.
They are. They're coming alive. They're going on.
Yeah.
Like the firework display is on.
Yeah. But they're going off. Why? It's a question. I think that's just a question of the English language that no one really understands. It's just.
I think it's because they're combustive. So technically, they're killing themselves in going off.
But an alarm isn't.
It is.
Is it? But an alarm will go off again.
Yeah, but it doesn't know that at the time.
What?
It all comes down to the consciousness of an alarm. Does an alarm know that it's an alarm?
I mean, an alarm doesn't have a consciousness.
I think alarms originally, if we go, of course now we've all got iPhones and they're all like set it for every day.
Yeah.
Originally an alarm was like a one-time, like you have to set it every day, like it was a one-time thing.
Yeah. So your answer to the question is
technology has
it might
warped
be
our
that-
answer.
Right.
Is my answer.
It does sound weird. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've set my alarm to go off every day. It sounds like it's just going to turn off and not set the alarm every day.
Yeah, like if it goes off, you have to turn it back on.
Yeah.
Which now you don't. But originally,
Oh, I see what you're saying
Yeah.
now. So it goes off,
and that's it.
and that's it. So then you have to turn it back on again.
Reset it, and then it
as
goes
in-
off.
And the turning on is the setting it for a time in the future to
Right.
go off.
Right.
And that's the end of its little lifespan, and then you reset the lifespan.
And then it goes
I get you.
off. Because once it's gone off, that's it. Like
Yeah.
Until you reset it, that's it done.
I'm with you.
So I think
That's the
probably
answer. Something to do with that.
something to do with that. But I agree that now, like
It doesn't
21st
make any
century,
sense.
it makes no sense.
Amazing. Well, I think we're done here. I think we've answered some. Well, not answered.
I think what we've done is we've come out of this with more questions than answers.
That's true. But maybe that
Which
was
is-
the idea all along. Because maybe
Yeah.
that's what you want. You want more questions out. That's the beauty of
I think the point
inquisitiveness.
is, like, we like debating things, and we would like you, if you have anything that you think you'd like us to debate, then let us know. Just like leave a comment, or
'Cause we'll do this again
Send us
soon.
an email,
Yeah.
text me. 077.
Comment or something, and we haven't yet decided whether this is going to be weekly, monthly, bi-monthly,
Bi-daily. What does that mean?
Probably not
Once
bi-daily.
every 2 days?
or once or twice every day.
Can we get to the bottom of this now? Because it stresses me out a little bit whether biannually means twice a year or once every 2 years.
Biannually?
Can I Google it? Is that allowed?
Don't think that's allowed in this podcast.
Okay, let's talk about
We
it.
just
then.
have to discuss it, like in the olden days.
Bi
Before
means
Google.
2. Annually means
Yeah.
year.
Yearly.
2 yearly.
By 2 yearly. That implies to me that it's once every 2 years.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure biannually means twice a year.
It happens biannually.
It happens twice a year, yeah. Maybe.
Happens once every 2 years.
But you'd say...
How about we vote on it now and then we Google it?
Okay. I think it's twice a year.
I think it's biannually. If it was twice a year, I think it would be annually bi. No, wait.
Or
I
just
think it would
twice a
be...
year.
Yeah, I think people would just say
Twice a year.
it happens once every 6 months. Once every 5 months. I think... So you're saying once every 2 years. No, I'm saying once every 2 years.
I'm saying twice a year.
You're saying twice a year. I'm saying once every 2 years.
Let's Google this. This is a little bonus question for you.
Here's where we Google.
Okay.
Define. By.
Annually.
Okay, it's conclusive.
Shit, what is it?
What did you say?
I said twice a year.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. You said once every 2 years.
You're a liar. Rewind. Everybody here, pause it and rewind it, because I am right. Turns out it is twice a year.
I was right.
I was right.
No, you said once every 2 years.
You're bullshit.
Nah. I'm not.
Guys, rewind it and prove
Anyway,
it.
that's the kind of shit that you'll be dealing with. So we're deciding whether we want to do this podcast
Biannually.
once a week, once a month, once every fortmonth. Is that a thing?
Fourth month.
once every 2 months. So yeah, thank you very much for watching the first Felix Fox on the Rocks. And we're quite drunk now, so we're going to
Smashed.
go. But expect more next time. We're going to intoxicate our bodies again and answer some more completely pointless questions. We've definitely got enough left in the bowl of destiny.
See you in 2 years. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I'm going to piss myself.
I'm smashed.